quite devastating at the moment, quite emotional for all the players and staff, and how it finished the game. I think for the first 90 odd minutes we did very, very well until obviously given that penalty away with a minute and a half to go, and but overall, the tournament's been a great tournament to experience for a lot of my players, and I think the Asian Cup and especially Qatar have done a great job with the Asian Cup.
Thank you, Coach. Now let's move into Q&A session. We'll start from the gentleman from the second row, please. Thank you.
Joey Lynch for ESPN Australia. Arnie, commiserations on tonight. Obviously, career finished with a wet sail. Could you walk us through your assessment of, how you felt the boys saw the game out in the field and how you felt your moves to see the game out from the dugout, the substitutions you made, the tactical adjustments you made, how they went, how they maybe could have gone better?
Yeah, look, I think with South Korea down 1-0, and they threw an extra couple of players up front. There was many times it was a 6 against 4, especially on that right side. And, so to make a tactical change to go to a back 5 to deal with that was doing and was going well until obviously the penalty. But, as I said, it is what it is, and it's hard to, at the moment, emotionally to give too much information, but I need to go home and obviously and watch it, and I've learned a lot from this Asian Cup.
Rafik Al-Okabi, any message you want to send on behalf of your team to all Australians?
Yeah, look, the boys, I've got to thank them and the staff and the commitment the boys have given me, and the staff have been fantastic, and the players. We've got a great culture, a great environment, and tonight we played against, a top team and with top players, and at the end of the day, I can't really remember them having a shot up until the back part of the game, and it's they're top quality players that they've got, ended up getting the job done for them.
Graham Davis from Air News Media. Congratulations on a pretty successful tournament up to this point. You spoke after every press conference and before some of the matches that you saw room for improvement. What about today? Do you think it was pretty much the pinnacle of the game, or was there further improvement you could see?
Yeah, look, I think there was improvement. South Korea, the way they set themselves up, they really rely on counter-attacks. They don't all defend, so they can get you on the break, and we had to be careful of that. But I thought that overall we dealt with them very, very well. And, we've got a very young squad, when I say that, in terms of caps and appearances. And we only got 12 players here that were at the World Cup last year, so we're regenerating the squad as we go. And, tonight you saw quite a number of new players on the pitch. And, as I said, I think after this Asian Cup, obviously I go home, and no doubt there's some older players that may retire and move on. And, obviously I've learned a lot from the other new players that I brought in.
Yeah, Mr. Arnold, although you had a lot of the chance, but you lost the game, are you agree with this opinion you lost it by yourself because you had a lot of the chance, but you didn't score out the goal? That's
what I say. It's we're up 1-0. We had chances 2-0, 3-0, and if you don't take your chances, that gets down to the individual to put the ball in the back of the net, and if you don't take those chances, you get punished, and that's exactly what happened.
Arnie, obviously, Lewis Miller, he's given away the penalty, he's given away the free kick that's resulted in the goal. You don't want to pile on him, but there have been 2 errors that have cost you. What do you say to him in this situation? Because I'm no doubt he's in the dressing room right now, hating himself. Just how do you handle that right now?
I put my arm around him and give him a hug and tell him that these things are lessons in life, and you learn from these type of things, and you move forward. And these boys will be on a plane in the next 5 or 6 hours to get back to their clubs, and he's got to get back to his club, and obviously it's a different environment to here, and he'll be fine.
My name is Aziz Abu Hamar from Stade Doha, local journalist here. I have a couple of things for the coach. Coach, you mentioned that your team is young, which is true. It's, the average is around 27 something, which is the average caps also is 19 matches per player, which is also show that it is really an upcoming thing. My question, my second point is, this is the first time Australian national team scored a goal first and then lose. I'll tell you exactly in how many matches, in 17 matches. So Australia scored first before 16 times, and they win 14 times, and they were drawn 2 times. Today is the only loss. Any comment on this negative record? Thank you.
Oh, look, I didn't know that data, that it's the first time in 17 games that we've lost after going up 1-0. But, when you have a squad of players, and I've had retirement from some players that were in Aaron Moy and Mas Luongo, and these guys, Tommy Rogic and that are top, that were good quality players for Australia, and we're looking to replace. And that's the big thing at this moment, is what's next, who's next. And that's what I'm trying to do, to find, as well as trying to win games. And that's the hardest thing.
Arnie, just for clarification's sake, so we don't make any errors with our assumptions, could you walk us through, you mentioned you made one sub to bring on a back five. Could you walk us through maybe your reasoning for the players that you brought off, why you brought those off, the likes of Nate Atkinson, Craig Goodwin, those type of players, why you were bringing them off, and why you brought the players you brought on?
They were cooked. Craig Goodwin, he came over to the sideline and said to me after about 60 minutes he was nearly done. Nathaniel Atkinson had an ankle, got knocked on the ankle in the first half and was struggling a bit at half time. Connor Metcalf did a lot of work, and so replaced him with Riley. That was always going to happen because Riley can bring and make something different. So the substitution, and obviously Aidan O'Neill for Keanu, because Keanu did a lot of work. So it's I've always done it. It's what it is.
Thank you. Any more questions? I will take the last question, please. Gentleman from the third row. Up front, please. Thank you. Last question, please.
Hello. Before the match in press conference, you have said that you focus on this match because South Korea scored many goals in last minutes. But today it's happened, and I want to know what's the main reason to happen this situation for us tonight.
For South Korea.
South Korea, yes, scored in last minutes.
Last minutes,
in previous matches.
Yeah.
And tonight he scored again.
Yeah. I think it's because in a lot of ways they play individually. They play in top leagues around Europe with a very, very fast tempo, and they can keep that up. And they play a lot of football in whether it's Bayern Munich and Tottenham Hotspurs, Wolverhampton Wanderers. They're playing against top level players, and that's why I think they can help run the legs off teams, and then they punish at the end.